Miss Universe Spain fall. Whether this beauty queen was hoping to get up close and personal with the on-duty lifeguard, we're not sure. But whatever the case, she ended up taking an unexpected dip in the pool to the horror of her fellow competitors. The Miss Universe Spain contestant was left red-faced when parading in the dress and swimsuit portion of the competition back in September 2017. Unlike the model before her, who had expertly avoided the water hazard, Pilar Magro took a wrong turn and stepped straight into the water, disappearing under the surface with a shriek. Fortunately, a buff lifeguard quickly dived in to save the day. And aside from injuring her pride, Pilar was perfectly okay. In fact, she slipped her shoes off and swum over to the pool's steps. What a champ. And to show what good sports her fellow contestants were, they showed their support by applauding her and making sure she was alright. The video was posted on the Miss Universe Spain's YouTube page. However, it didn't prove popular with approximately 50 views. Good news for Pilar, not so good for the competition. Miss France contestants fall on runway. Not one, but two contestants fell over and several others tripped after a brief encounter with a wet stage during the Miss Universe 2019 preliminary swimsuit competition in Atlanta, Georgia. Both Miss France and Miss Malaysia took a tumble, leaving organizers red-faced and the two contestants with bruised egos. Several other contestants also had difficulty maintaining their balance due to the slippery conditions. Miss France, Maeva Kook, was one of the worst affected, tripping on the runway as she paraded in a bikini with a blue cape. She shared a video of the incident on Instagram, saying she had experienced the worst obsession of a miss, falling on stage. The 25-year-old and her fellow contestant, Miss Malaysia, were not injured by the incident, with both retaining their composure throughout. In fact, Maeva believed the brief encounter with the slippery surface and her subsequent fall were the very essence of a woman's life, where you get back up and carry on no matter the obstacles. With an attitude like that, it comes as no surprise that she placed in the top 10. Miss Universe Malaysia. Miss Universe Malaysia contestant Shweta Sekhan showed what a good sport she was when parading in the swimwear section of the competition in December 2019. She found herself in a somewhat embarrassing situation during the live show. Strutting her stuff across the catwalk in a rather revealing bikini and a flowing blue cape, Shweta, who was representing France, took a tumble but remained her composure throughout. After her fall, she gathered herself up, laughing and smiling and encouraging the crowd to clap. Shweta wasn't the only contestant to slip on the floor, with several other contestants from France, Indonesia, Malta, and New Zealand also experiencing a similar fate. Staff immediately took action and wiped the floor following the incident, but not before fans took to social media expressing their disgust at the negligence of organizers for not inspecting the stage beforehand. Puerto Rico Falls 2018. Each year, the Miss Universe competition requires contestants to wear a national costume that draws inspiration from the country they're representing. The costume must portray the culture and characteristics of the country, and they are getting more and more elaborate looking each year. Many look strange, funny, and unique. However, some are quite glamorous and can weigh up to 10 kilograms. This point was evident in 2018 when Miss Puerto Rico took to the stage in the Miss Universe competition with her unusual outfit. 94 contestants competed in the 67th annual Miss Universe pageant, and each wore their unique patriotic ensembles with pride, the most notable being Miss Puerto Rico. Her competition dress was red, white, and blue, the colors of her home country flag, but that's where any similarities ended. A complete disaster from head to foot, poor Miss Puerto Rico was trying to make the best of a bad situation when things took a turn for the worst. She fell, quite delicately I might add, but due to the weight of her dress, couldn't get back up again. Fortunately, an attendant came to her rescue and the show continued without another hitch. Anna. It's not surprising that so many Miss Universe contestants take tumbles, considering their dress designs and ridiculous footwear choices. I mean, who pairs a mermaid dress with a pair of stilettos? Well, the contestants in the 2012 pageant in Las Vegas, Nevada, that's who. Dressed in a gorgeous pale blue ensemble, Miss Guyana looked the picture of elegance as she took to the stage at the introductory Miss Universe event. Crossing the stage like a graceful model on the catwalk, Miss Rakaya Boyer tripped and fell in front of the judges, other contestants, and millions of viewers from around the world. Retaining her composure and her smile, she quickly picked herself up and completed her walk. The picture of elegance, this lady wasn't gonna let a little slip get in the way of a good show, although later she did admit to being more than a little embarrassed. Not surprising, really. Boyer wasn't the only contestant to fall that night either, but she may have been the only one who shot to instant social media stardom when the video of her fall hit the internet. In fact, some even stooped so low as to call it an attention stunt. Salvador. Yet another example of an unusual national costume. This outfit was designed as a tribute to the late Salvadorian artist Fernando Lord Chusi. Often dubbed El Salvador's national artist, Fernando was well known for teaching the citizens of the small town of La Palma Chalatenango how to make a living through art. His style was colorful and often described as childlike, and this is obvious in the Miss Universe participant's costume. What appears to be a cross between a mermaid's dress and colorful windmill was paraded by Miss Salvador at the Miss Universe pageant in 2019. How she was able to carry herself across the stage without falling or at least toppling over due to the excessive headpiece is beyond me, but that she did. Miss Salvador caused a viral obstruction on the catwalk with her giant dress, which was met with gasps from the audience. Whether they were in awe of the dress or of her ability to pull it off without incident, I guess we may never know. USA falls. Miss USA, Rachel Smith, was left more than a little rattled the night she fell to the floor during the 2007 Miss Universe pageant held in Mexico City. She slipped and landed on her behind while modeling her evening gown as part of the competition. Smith is not the only Miss USA to do a butt plant on live television during the evening gown competition, with her successor, Crystal Stewart, offering some helpful advice to future contestants. Ditch the evening gown. She too had fallen foul to the lethal combination of a slippery floor, long ball gown, and stilettos, and believed grips on the bottoms of shoes and a short dress were the best combination. The 26-year-old Texan handled her tumble like a trooper, plastering a smile on her face and clapping her hands over her head, joking that perhaps someone had dropped marbles on the floor or something. It does seem a little coincidental that 2 years running, Miss USA contestants have been unceremoniously dumped on their behind. Conspiracy or not, we'll let you be the judge. Harvey fails, calling the wrong winner. It's hard to imagine who would be more mortified in this scenario, the host or the Miss Universe contestant. In 2015, Miss Universe host Steve Harvey wrongfully declared Miss Colombia the winner of the annual international beauty pageant that is broadcast live in more than 190 countries across the globe to an audience of over 50 million people. To be fair, this just makes matters worse. Imagine the humiliation. Unfortunately, Miss Colombia Ariadna Gutierrez was first runner-up, and Miss Philippines Pia Alonso Wurzbach was the winner. Poor Miss Colombia had only just had the coveted crown placed on her head when it was ripped from her grasp after she walked across the stage waving the Colombian flag, smiling and blowing kisses at the audience. Harvey was forced to apologize, telling a confused Las Vegas crowd that he had made a mistake. It's doubtful a mere apology would have helped, but hey, this is showbiz. The winner, Miss Philippines, appeared to be at a loss as to what to do as the crown was removed from Miss Colombia's head and put on hers. It's hard to imagine what was going through her mind. It would be difficult to publicly celebrate the win under such unusual circumstances, wouldn't it?